folks, it's Amy from Colorado Mountain Living, back in sunny Colorado, nice and sunny, plenty dry and cooler temperature. It's very nice to be back in the mountains. So in this video I wanted to show you what happened while we were gone to some of our plants, because we didn't really have a watering system in place while we were gone, and we had a streak of really dry weather, so some things ended up drying up. So it's kind of giving me the opportunity to, I want to get some seedlings started so we can even get ready for that late season planting. So I'm just really curious if I can use the new grow light that we received from Spider Farmer to get some seedlings started, sort of get them going really quickly so we could get them in the ground by next month and hopefully have some cool weather crops like the romaine and the kale and radishes and peas ready to go maybe for September. So anyway, I wanted to kind of get that set up in this video, but first let me show you what's been going on while we were gone. Most things fared pretty well. You know, the house still looked fine and the property looked great, and actually the grass grew up quite a bit, but some things did not do so well. So not unexpected, the plants that were in pots did not fare very well while we were gone. Definitely just way too dry and sunny, way too hot. So the pea plant is what suffered the most. You can see how yellow it is, and it was just getting ready to flower. So I'm not sure if there's any life left in it. I'm just keeping it really damp right now. But I could probably just take it out of the sun entirely. The radishes bolted. I kind of picked off the tops there, but those are probably definitely ready to be picked. Interestingly though, some of the wildflowers that are drought tolerant, like this California poppy, and I think these might be poppies as well, but those were doing fine. But a couple other things definitely kind of dried up, and just really I shouldn't have left them on the deck. I just actually forgot to move them before we left. I was going to put them in the shade down by the aspens, so lesson learned there. So back to my other plants that were in pots. You know, the potatoes look perfectly fine. The kales, not too much different. A little bit of yellowing on the leaf there. And the beets, the beet green, the one beet that's growing, it's got just one yellow leaf, but actually not doing bad at all. And surprisingly, the romaine is doing fine. I was expecting things to be really dried up, and a couple of other baby romaines coming up as well. So, you know, we must have gotten a little bit of rain, even though the forecast, you know, it was like a week solid with just sun. So I was thinking it was just going to be just really, really, really sunny and dry. But I think what happens is that there tends to be a lot of cloud cover, and it probably keeps things from getting too dried out. But let's take a look at the garden too. Just before we get to the garden, just stopping at the beehives. I think we must have had some wind because the door came off, the gate came off of the fencing here, so I've got to fix that back up. The beehives are undisturbed, so it wasn't a bear or anything like that. Plenty of activity at the new hive. Lots of bees in and out there. And very happy to see a lot of activity on the rehab hive, the hive that almost failed. That's a really great sign. So I actually have to take a look at them very soon to make sure they've got plenty of room in there. They're probably ready to expand with another hive chamber. And then third hive, oh look at that Mariposa lily. That's really cute. Activity in this hive. So hives are humming along. I think, you know, there's definitely no feed left in those jars that I put out. So I'm glad that I had put those out when I did. I might have put a little bit more out this week as well. So you can tell, you know, by all the grass, there's definitely, it's not been too dry. You know, it's definitely, you know, the week that we were gone, I think it's fared pretty well. I think there was plenty of rain before we left. And looking right, first thing I see here is the rhubarb. It's standing up pretty tall, so I don't think it's too dehydrated. You know, there's a little bit of yellowing on that leaf, but otherwise I think the rhubarb would have been a little bit more flopped over had we had a lot less moisture. So The dry perennial crop's doing fine. Even the little dwarf bleeding heart's doing fine. The arugula is flowered, so that's kind of funny. I might try to trim that down and see if I can get any more leaves out of it, but that's not dead. And let's see. The strawberries do look a little dry. Look at the leaves here. Look at the leaves on the strawberries. That's dried up. So I can guess that maybe my strawberries did not. The berries might need a little bit of help. Let's see. I had a blossom on. I did come and see a blossom on the zucchini. Look how small this plant is. I mean, it's like a dwarf zucchini plant. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 blossoms on it. I don't know if there's going to be any fruit coming out of here, but I'm surprised that wasn't shriveled up completely. So I'm going to water that this morning. Clearly my drought tolerant plant's doing fine. The sedums, the rabbit brush, the creeping thyme, the sage. Look at all the succulents. The hens and chicks are just doing amazing. Look at the flowers coming up on those. I mean, it's like they couldn't do any better. Purple salvia is looking awesome. So the ground covers and the succulents and the drought tolerant plants are doing great. Well, I do still see a strawberry. So, you know, it's not like the plant's totally dried up, but look at, you know, the leaves definitely show that they need some help. So, let's see, this was one that had a lot of berries on it before I left. I don't see a lot of berries on it now, but look what else I see. I don't know if I can scroll back. I see ends with this was like a pack of strawberries that's not even here anymore. So something ate them. Could be a rabbit, could be, I don't know what ate strawberries. So this one is missing some strawberries as well. So they didn't fall off, they were definitely eaten. So even the top was eaten off this one. So critters are a problem, clearly. And I'm going to say rabbit at this point. Just my best guess. I have seen rabbits around in the woods. So overall, not a total loss, but things that were on the verge, like this is like what is this, Corabelle? This is having a hard time. This needs a lot of water, and if I don't water it all the time, it wants to die out. So definitely some things that needed more water. So I'm definitely feeling fortunate that not everything just dried up. I think if had we been gone 2 weeks, probably would have been a different story. So not too bad. So yeah, let's get the grow light set up and see what we can do with that. I think I'm going to set it up in the basement for sure, because it's going to stay on 24/7. But hopefully that can get us a head start on some seedlings that we can put in the ground in a few weeks. Well, folks, I think a couple videos ago I showed you our new grow light from the Spider Farmer company. So I'm going to get that set up. Here's what it looks like. You can go back to our old video to catch a full review on it, the unboxing. But it's really, actually, they made it really easy to set up. So we've got 2 wire clips. They're going to go here and here. This one goes over here. And then there's a pulley system that will get attached to these wire clips. So that's what I'm going to set up downstairs in the basement. So there's a lot of slack here. There's a lot of pulley rope. It's about 6 feet of rope here. So there's plenty. You can really hang this up and put your light down really, really far. Of course, where I'm going, I don't need this much rope. So I think I'm at a pretty good spot. It's got good clips here to attach. And then the top, using a clip here to attach makes it really easy to secure it to your ceiling height. So this is an unusual place to have a grow light, I think, but I want to keep the light out of the rest of the basement because I don't want the light to come up the stairwell and be lighting up the house more, at night. So I'm going to have it on this side, and then I'm going to install a couple of hooks up there so I can dangle the light from those floor joists right there. So that's my destination. All right, so I'm back out on the deck looking at the pots that did not do well. So I'm going to recycle some pots to plant my new seedlings to use with a grow light. So right here, you know, I've got quite a few empty ones. So I'm going to seed some seeds here, guys, get them started, and see what we can do. So this big pot, I think, will be good to do some greens in. I'm going to try to do some spinach. So a lot of these packets have been open for a while. And it rained earlier today, so everything's like a little bit damp. So I know I titled this video Starting Over, but I feel like it's also like a comparison. You know, like I was trying to compare things in the ground in the garden to how things were doing well, you know, how well we could grow using pots. And now this is going to be a comparison of growing things in pots with the addition of a grow light to see how in a completely different environment, right? Like an indoor environment, controlled environment. So it'll just be interesting to sort of see how robust these plants hopefully will turn out, and then hopefully be able to transplant those into the ground. And if not, you know, the grow light might be an opportunity to be growing some small things all year round. So that would be fun. So I'm just really curious. I can't wait to see how the grow light by Spider Farmer turns out. Yeah, and it's actually starting to rain right now a little bit, so it's kind of chilly. Okay. This big pot, it's like a spinach. Let's do some beets again, because I really wanted to have some beets. Before I stick everything up there, I'm going to just get it nice and moist in the sink here. It's nice and convenient. And I'll just kind of soak everything and then put a tray under these pots so when I do go to water them, they don't leak everywhere. Up there, you still have your workshop space, and then, you know, I just need to I'll have to climb up to water it. Yeah. But so here's the light I hung up. It's got all the pulleys on it.
Wow, fancy.
So I figured I was either going to drill some nails into the joist, and then because I can hang it right from the.
Okay.
So
I'll hold the camera.
Okay.
And you can just stick them up there.
I'll just like climb it right up there. See what happens. Ding. Okay. So one thing I liked about the light is that the company makes it really easy for you to install it for use. I mean, all of the hardware is very simple. It's very easy to use with the use of clips and sort of like the carabiner style. It's very good quality. The wire that is attached to the light itself. And the ease of just being able to move the light up and down. It's just, you know, you don't really need any additional hardware. We just use 2 screws and a joist to have something for the clips to clamp onto, to hook onto. So very easy to install, and that I was happy about that. So I'm gonna have it on its max because I want it to warm up the dirt. They have to germinate in the ground first. So. Max setting. Woo! Green beans. This one doesn't have to go on the tray. It has its own water capture. This big green one. So that one can go behind it. Or scallions. kale. So let's get that. I should have put peas in that so it would climb up the thing. Alright, 3 more little ones. Arugula. Cilantro. And I forgot what this one was. Romaine lettuce, I think. So, how does it look? Whoa. So I've got this little plastic tray there to catch any overwatering. Those pots tend to drain pretty easily. The black ones, at least. And then these green ones, and we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on it. I'll do a weekly update to see how the grow light does. This is on its moderate to weak setting. Guess we're ready to blast it. Full speed. Woo!
Let's see how much electricity it uses.
Yeah, I wonder. Or if there's any possible way to tell.
Yeah, look at the electric bill.
Yeah. LED, I can't expect it to use that much.
Yeah, but there's 250 of them.
Yeah. So, you don't need to ever turn the light on in this room anymore. Turn off the overhead light, and we still got plenty of light. All right, guys, so we got the grow light set up. I've got a lot of vegetables I'm trying to grow. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted on it. Give you a quick weekly update, at least as soon as they start sprouting. So the first question will be, when will I start seeing some greens poking through the ground or poking through the dirt? So leaving the grow light on is going to put some heat down into the soil, keep it warm. I do have a growing mat. I'm not using it though right now. It's not really chilly in here. It's pretty warm. Actually, it's about 70 degrees in the basement. So 70-degree ambient temperature, and then the grow light's throwing off some heat. So it's going to keep the soil pretty warm. I might lower the light a little bit, maybe another 6 inches to kind of get it right on top of the soil, so it's really adding some constant heat. It's going to be on 24/7 to kind of stimulate that process. So stay posted, guys. We will keep you up to date and keep you up to date on the weekend activities as well. Thanks for coming by.